Wonderful friends, welcome, salutations, gratitudes, and congratulations to you, and also wishes and prayers that the Lord blesses us to learn more and more deeply all the Shastras and embark on sadhana and reach to the goal. Wonderful it is. The 13 Vyaktitvas to be developed Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Bhasha, Pravina. International Mother Tongue Day today. For all of us, Sanskrita only. And then our salutations with hearty recognitions, gratitudes, and upasanas to Parabrahma Tattva to bless us, Ishvara Tattva to bless us, Jagan Mata Tattva to bless us, Devata Ganas to bless us, Guru Ganas to bless us, as well as the Shastra Ganas to bless us. May we be receptive to receive all of them. May we also be fully equipped, well planned to do what is to be done, that is, the Vikasa, the blossoming of our individuality, inner personality. Having done so, welcome you to this great Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, given to us by Valmiki ji, Samvada between Sri Rama Bhagavan, Sri Vaashishtha Rishi. Now you are seeing it every day. Ki, how much we have to apply our intellect, how much the intellect has to be sharp and subtler, how much curious, inquisitive we have to be, how much we have to pour ourselves to be able to grasp what guidance Bhagavan Vasishthaji is giving, what advice Bhagavan Vasishthaji is giving, what hint and caution Bhagavan is giving us, and what Tattva Jnana he is giving us, and what he is making us aware of, alert about. Very sweet, very divine, very beautiful, very sublime way of teaching. We have gone through so many Shastras. Yes, all of them are beautiful in their own way. This Shastra, Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayam, also is unique in its own way of blessing the blessed ones who choose to be blessed by being regular, serious, sincere in its listening and in its study. It is so sweet, I tell you. It's only fortunate ones by choice that they get this opportunity to listen this great text. Mind blowing and so joyful, so crystal clear picture, and very great divine helpful message. So this Yoga Vashtama Ramayana we have taken up to study today exactly 222 days. Just like our next text, Adi Shankara Stotra Adhyanam also 111 days. So 111, 222 दिन. So in this we are into the second Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam. We are studying the 12th Sarga, and that is Tattva Mahatmya Varnanam. And how wonderful are these shlokas, and is telling us when tattva is gained, what are the results, how to gain it. Not gained, how we destroy ourselves, drown ourselves in the samsara to begin with, and in the naraka later on. Those two paragraphs where how the samsara troubles us and the types of narakas which go through are so important, and have given such very important instructions. He reminds us in the next shloka that these are so important. Hey Rama, don't neglect them. Don't do the avahedana of them. Then what to do? Like the spoon feeding Sri Vasishthaji is guiding. It is only our forgetful mind, foolish intellect, non-applying intellect that which misses to understand, register such a glorious guidance. What's further, today we'll try to see the maximum of this sarga. If the time permits, we will do the chanting of the next 13th sarga, which is quite a big one. So before that, our sankalpa, our prarthana, let us do. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्वसच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओमापदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः। शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम्। ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधानीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहं। यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् सिसृक्षुर्जगतो। तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्विमुकुटालङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात्। यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगद आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिगलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने। यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्। एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराण इतिहास सन्तवाङ्मय उक्तसाध्य साधनानुभव ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परादीनां भक्ति ज्ञान योग वेदांत आदि प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां श्रोतॄणां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं च भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादेव सम्यक् शाश्वतरूपेण सम्पूर्णरूपेण वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः सम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं च विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं च अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां समस्त श्रोतॄणां साधकानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं च तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवद्भक्ति गुरु भक्ति देवता भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति साधना भक्ति सेवा भक्ति देश भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति माता पितृ भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षये नमः। श्री विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि महर्षिभ्यो नमः। अथ द्वितीय मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणं तत्व महात्म्य वर्णनं नाम 12 सर्गः। So wonderful topic we are under the study, my dear friends. This thought I will not explain. All the details will not be explained, but main thought let us once more go back to ponder over. The thought is Vishamohi Atitaram Samsara Sagaraha. Vishamaha Atitaram is Samsara Sagara. Atitara Vishama. Extremely it is endowed with so many difficulties is our Samsara Jivana in brackets minus the Atma Jnana, Tattva Jnana. And the way it brings difficulties, problems to each one of them continuously are the ones which we are seeing every moment in the world thanks to the media. And as we said yesterday detailedly, each person is going through his life's misery in one way we see. But let us remember each of the jivas, including me, I, you and we all, are going through all those miseries either in the past or in the present or future. Till the Atmanubhava gained, before that, under the influence of ignorance, identified Upadhi as Jiva, in our knowing or unknowing way, when we do all Papa Punya Karma, the Punya Phala though gives Sukha comfort, which is evanescent and evaporating, not remembered at all, the Papa Phala also will haunt us. As it was said, ki so many narakas, dukkha yonis are there, so many the karanas for that naraka are there. Knowingly or unknowingly, we all commit that. We also go through that. This is the meaning of Vishamaha Atitaram Samsara Sagaraha. it's very painful to discuss. As we said, somebody is dead because of the Israel attacking or the Russia attack. Some other time in some other life, we will be there as the one who is killed. Yesterday we gave you all 20, 30 examples, Somebody died out of accident or drowning in water. It is you and I only. Another life. Because that person who died in that way, whatever the karana he had done for that, it's open for us. And we know it, we do it knowingly or unknowingly, just because we have not yet obtained the Atmajnana and Moksha. Now, this deep thought which Vaashishthaji is conveying, are we catching it in that deep way? And then the result of it must be a restlessness in us in realizing the self single pointedly, exclusively. So to say, the jivas who have become Indra, who have become Varuna, Vayu, who have become even Brahmadi Devata, they themselves will be in these cases which we are saying now, flooded in the water. But in one of the time he was a Indra only, but not realized the self. Therefore, as much he had done punya to become Indra, so much was the Baba is there in him now to go through this misery of samsara. Hmm. Maybe the Indrani, Shachi Devi, she can be the daughter-in-law somehow tortured by the mother-in-law. You want to because has to become Indrani, whatever Upasana she did to suffer this also in that jiva, they are there. No guarantee. We are not saying definitely it will happen. Actually, तो 70-80% नहीं होता. Once we come up to human level, there is evolution only said, but not 100% guaranteed because the avenues are open for us to commit all blunders and crimes because of which we fall lower and lower. And the worst part of it is like this Kali Yuga. Because of the development of science, through the science, the development of the Bhoga Vastus, and because of slavery to them, because not exposed to Shastras, doesn't know the higher life, etc. Like animals only, when we are involved in the Bhogadi, to fulfill them, any type of Rakshasatva we see. Any example you see, like nowadays, why all over the world these terrible murders, rapes, all of them are happening. Only is it not because of the science and technology developed and all the sukha bhoga are freely available, seeing that the minds are spoiled, therefore the people do all those negative. ये जब नहीं होते थे साइंटिफिक डेवलपमेंट्स मेटलिज्म इतना नहीं होता था वो क्राइम होता था बट नॉट दिस मच द टेरिबल थिंग इन कलियुग इज दैट we all are forced to become bhogi 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 and to fulfill that we destroy our personality also our wealth position so too we trouble the world and incur the sin. All of that we have to grasp when he says Vishama Vishamahi Aditaram Samsara Ragaha. The raga for samsara is so Vishama that it pulls us to do so many crimes and gives us all those dukkha. Then he said, Duranta iyam kila Vishaya Vishuchika. This is a Vishuchika, chicken pox and smallpox type of diseases. As they are to the body, then everywhere itching, and leading to so much of bleeding and infection. To the mind is this samsara vishaya vishuchika. In the mind, the small chicken pox of this vishaya asakti, which leads to samsara, which is duranta. Yadi nachiketsyate, if that is not treated, and please remember, don't go for any second or third chikitsa treatment. There is only one chikitsa and it is effective. As much it is guarantee that there is no second treatment, so much it is guarantee that this one treatment 100% works. And that is through Guru and Shastra Upadesha and the Vicharana Atma Tattva Anubhuti. This is Tattva Mahatmya Varnana Sarga only. So there is no second alternative, but this one is guaranteed. Not like any other medicines जो कुछ डिसीज्ड पेशेंट को काम करते हैं दूसरे को नहीं करते because of that person's body and all its things. But Atma Jnana is such a disease, there's a medicine to any diseased person of any sort. It is the giver of the moksha, the treatment. So yadi na chikitsyate, if you don't do that chikitsa of it, tat nitaram nagraka nagarra nikarra falla anubandhini tat karoti. And such as see how deeply says Vishaya named Vishuchika named disease is not conquered or removed by the Atma Jnana. Then that Vishaya Asakti named Vishuchika first goes on sending us into the Shariras. And how much this Sharira is Naraka, how clearly yesterday in the Manushya Janma Prasanga we have heard from this Skanda Purana or not. That Balaka जन्म कैसा होता है बताओ करे तो how much detailedly it was minutely painted. Yesterday only we studied. Then this fellow having the Naraka type of life right from entering to the womb up to the death level time, he is in attachment with other Naraka type of Shariras and the Jivas in it. Then together in their continued ignorance mutually do so many nonsenses which are definitely guaranteeing them the passport visa free entry and full rights into all narakas. What are the narakas? The huge list is given. That also I am not reading again. तो ये विषम है, अगर चिकित्सा नहीं किया तो इस तरह का वो तबाही मचाएगा. समझ में आ गया ना? So two things. Now the third one, the spoon feeding type of teaching by Vaashishthaji, so impressive. Every sarga you will see some of the beautiful. Everything is beautiful. So some things are very catchy, important. हम यहाँ कहते हैं देखो तत् therefore एवं विधा this type of कष्ट चेष्टा सहस्र दारुणे संसार चलयंत्रे अस्मिन्. In this entire अनेक कष्ट गिविंग setup of अज्ञान देह तादात्म्य विषयासक्ति अनेक दुश्चरित going through very many narakadi vishayas in this entire topic which I put in front of you in last 3-4 shlokas. Hey Raghava, na avahelana kartavya. Don't take lightly this topic. Don't laugh at it. Don't ignore it. Don't humiliate it. Don't say बस ऐसे बोलते ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं. ये सब को कहते अवहेलना. मत करो हे रामा. Everywhere, like these things, if you eat, your sugar will grow, which will affect your vitals and all. अवहेलना करिया वो डॉक्टर का एडवाइस देखते देखते ही हो जाता है प्रॉब्लम. Isn't it? All any other consumptions, smoking, drinking, not good. Your liver, kidney, as well as kidney through sugar, liver through drinking, through smoking, the chest, lungs, they get destroyed. स्टार्ट हुआ अभी, अब छोड़ दो उसको. कहा डॉक्टर ने, अवहेलना किया उस डॉक्टर की एडवाइस, you know the result. Same way, Sri Vasishthaji is the doctor of the Bhava Roga. He is giving the precaution and treatment. First he says precaution, what I told you of the whole topic, don't neglect. Topic of 1, if you don't know the self, you will be identifying the upadhi. 2, then you will be having the raga for the vishayas. 3, you do all the nonsense. 4, that will give you all the naraka dukkha. 5, that naraka dukkha is unbearable. That's why one of the exercises is feel in the mind how it looks like. when we also go through all those dukkhas. Then from that comes why those dukkhas come, a question, then the answer is the papa. And what is the only way to avoid all the papa? The papa doing upadhis and jiva bhava. Get out of the identity with them. How do you do so? Only one, by establishing in your own self. That's it. And in the CD of evolution, when we are trying to discover ourselves, identify, all papa karma doing we reduce. Good karmas we do. Therefore, slowly, even upadhi sthai, dukkha also get reduced. Because पाप कम कर रहे हो, क्योंकि साधना कर रहे हो परमात्मा को पाने का. In that sadhana, necessarily we have to do good things. Values वगैरह, सेवास वगैरह, उपासना वगैरह. That means upadhi-wise evolution is there, betterment, sorry, spiritual evolution, adhyatmic. The other one, upadhi is also given narakadi yatana, and we never reach the self. Only a jiva taking various yonis, like small insects, serpents, and all, suffering there only. Na avahedana kartavya. Then avashyameva vicharaniyam. Avashyam evam vicharaniyam. Again and again we have to contemplate, as I said. Then evam cha avabodhavyam. Then you must understand it also. What is the thing to be understood? The technique to avoid all that. What is it? Shastra vicharata shreyo bhavati iti avabodhavyam. Through the vicharana done on the shastras, leading to the realization of ourself, the final shreyas bhavati happens, in which none of these narakadi dukkhas are there. This avabodhavyam, you have to understand and see, do the acceptance of it. उसका अवबोधन करो. तो कितना साफ सुथरा सीधा साधा प्यार से कंप्लीट गाइडेंस दिया जा रहा है. A sage of Vaashishthaji's Kada, of how many yugas, how many you say, he is there looking at generations of jivas and all, guiding all of them. वो तो 100% पक्के हुए हैं. फिर जब उनके मुख से some direction guidance come, they'll be foolproof they are. You cannot find any fault in that. It is complete. It is a complete guidance. Like this, starting from here till the Shastra ends, this whole text, hundreds of times, beautiful these things. He will tell repeatedly, and newer things. All love, all compassion, kindness, encouragement, guidance, protections, cautions, wisdom, sadhanas. He is going on giving now. But are we receiving it? That we have to see. Still we are biased. Still we are lazy. Still we are egoistic. Still we are time and energyless because our life is being spent in all the nonsense of the world. Then who is our enemy? Ourselves. Next, the example given was Anyacha Raghukulendo. Oh, the moon for the entire Raghukula. Yadi cha ete Mahamunaya Maharshaya cha Vipraha cha. The many Mahamunis, Mahamaharshis, Mahavipraha, Rajanaha, even the Raja. Jnana kavachena avaguntita shariraha. By the shield of the Jnana, they protected themselves. Therefore, adukha kshamaha. They are not supposed to have any dukkha. फिर भी दुख करीम ताम ताम वृत्तिपूर्वकाम संसाद कदतनाम अनुभवंतः. Dukkha giving those bodies they receive, and they do whatever they have to do through them. Yet the main sentence is coming up now. Satatameva mudita manaha tishtanti. Mudita manasaha tishtanti. That how they are in always contentment and happiness, not in misery, only because of this jnana kavacha. Now, what do you mean by they go through the dukkha? Means janma, jara, roga, mrityu, dukkha come to them also because they have come into the body. came in the body, they came to the body to do whatever work they are to do. But are they suffering because of us, like us? No. Why? Jnana kavachaha avaguntita shariraha. So they have that jnana kavacham, that we are the self, these are only upadhis, we have nothing to do with them. They will naturally have their own way of janma jara roga mrityu. Using them only, we do the work, but we have no identity with them. Simple thing is what? Other than Sharira, with all other objects of the world, most of us live wisdom se vaisa hai, except some foolish people. That even you buy a car, you know after 5-10 years it gets old. After 15 years too, it will be useless. You have to sell it or throw it away. Knowing it from the beginning, you use it and you try to maintain it, but not identified with it too. With these all examples में जब अगर बात समझ में आता है तो these rajanah, these munayah, these maharshis, these jnanis do the same with all the upadhis stula sukshma karana. How could they do? Don't miss this question and answer. They could do it because they got jnana kavacha. What is it? I am Brahman. अनुभव. We class में सुनते हैं हम ब्रह्मन करके, but not even thought over it later on. Forget about trying to identify with this and dissociate with everything else on the seat of meditation. Therefore, the smallest any fear, dukkha in the world comes, so immediately we identify with the dukkha means our theory has not become practical or experiential, that we are the self, still we are in the upadhi tadat. Again, because of Upadharatmya, one side we are going for the bhoga, second side we are doing all the papa, third side we are getting the result of it is dukkha, and in between that papa and dukkha there is bhaya, fear continues. क्या होगा क्या होगा. अब इनको they are self, therefore purna, therefore no vishaya asakti, therefore there is no identity with the upadhis that way. There is no ragadi dosha for the world, therefore there is no dushkarma done, therefore there is no bhaya, there is no dukkha. But they are going through the upadhis of Sharira to do the work. At that time, the natural things which happen to Sharira, they happen, they witness. This you see how many details in this one shloka. If we ponder over, Sri Vasishtha is guiding us. It's only a beginning. If you try to catch from here onwards, whatever is said, आगे आगे जो और भी सूक्ष्म बातें बताते जाएंगे, we become capable of catching them. हाँ, प्रे टू वशिष्ठ जी, प्रेयर्स टू रामा, विश्वामित्र, वाल्मीकि जी, उनकी कृपा है तो वी विल बी एबल टू ग्रास्प. बट फ्रॉम आवर साइड इज I will be consistent in the class. That decision we have to take. They cannot take that for us. They cannot come for us to the class. They can't push or pull us to the class. Class means study of the Shastra. उतना हमको करना है. Come to treat us. इह हि in this very world in front of us. You see now the next 4 shlokas. Slowly only I am going so that I also grasp. First time I am studying it. He says, Vikautukaha Vigata Viplava Vikata Vipla Vikalpa Viplavaha Yatha Sthita Harihara Padmajadayaha Narottamaha Samadhigatatmadipakaha Tatha Sthita Jagati Vishuddha Buddhayaha. What a beautiful guidance. मैं तो enjoy कर रहा हूँ बाबा. He says, Yatha Sthitaha. Just like stably, stationarily staying. Who are they? Hari Hara Padmaja Adaya. Hari Vishnu, Hara Shiva, Padmaja, Brahmadeva, Adi means the Indradi Devatas, Yathastitaha. How they are staying in the Upadhis without getting bound by them, doing everything, okay, yet undisturbed. How? Vigata Vikautukaha Vigata Viklava Vikalpa Viplavaha. Vikautukaha means they are not enchanted by their upadhis or the projected outer world because they are established in the self. तब उनको कौतुकता नहीं है. Only when we get kutuhala, enchantments, that in our mind, variety of the sankalpa, vikalpa, viplava flooding happens, in which we get drowned or flown. Because they don't have kautukata, because कौतुकताओं से सबसे बड़ा कौतुकता है आत्मा. They already got it. आश्चर्यवत पश्यति कश्चिदेनम आश्चर्यवत वदति है ना. We have seen about it ना. सबसे महद आश्चर्य है आत्मा. They got it. And how can they be enchantingly surprised by seeing the delusory world? No. Because of that, second is Vigata Vikalpa Viplava. Vigata zero. Vikalpa, the Sankalpa Vikalpa desires for the world, which acts as a Viplava, overflowing and flooding us away. नहीं है उनके पास. कौतूहल नहीं है, विकल्प विप्लव नहीं है. Kautuhai wonderment with this world. Vikalpa viplava means various sankalpa desires to process it. Why? They are in the Atma Anubhuti. Therefore, even though they are in those great Shaktis, Brahma's creative, Vishnu maintenance, Shiva dissolution, Indradi helping Vishnu at the time of maintenance, इतना शक्तियां उनके पास है means upadhis. With their everything they are doing, yet they are not bound because of the Tattva Jnana Shakti. If you understand it, in the same way, in the human beings generation also, tatha many people are there who are in that way staying. So he is by giving the Brahmadi Devata example, other human being example, telling us that this is possible, that we can be one with Paramatma Tattva and play in the upadhis without getting bound by it. After becoming one with Paramatma. Without that, Tattva Jnana through Shastra and Vicharana, as a Jiva, we go through upadhi but only to suffer narakadi. He says the three beautiful words used here, Tatha, be attentive. Narottamaha, Vishuddha Buddhayaha, Samadhigata Atma Deepakaha, Tatha Stitaha Jagati. In this world of human being also, there are so many Vishuddha Buddhi Narottamas. So, who is the Uttama Nara? Those who have Vishuddha Buddhi. So, the Buddhi is freed from the Indriya Prana, Mana. The Buddhi is freed from the world because detached from the Indriya Prana, Mana only. Now, that Buddhi, Shuddha Buddhi, has realized the self or has gone to the Guru, studied Shastra, contemplated. Such people are Narottama. So those Vishuddha Buddhi Yukta Narottama. What they have done? Samadhigata Atma Deepakaha. Sama means Samyak, fully. Adhigata means experienced. Atma means self. Deepaka means conscious. Those who have experienced the conscious self fully, who are the Narottamas and Vishuddha Buddhi, they also, like the Harihara Brahmadi, that they are in the Upadhi work, but no Kautukata, no Vikalpa Viplava to them also. So you also can reach to that state of self through the Atma Prapti gained through Shastra Adhyayana Vicharana. I am going to teach you that Shastra. Start नहीं हुआ अभी. आप उस तत्व का महात्म्य बता रहे. Once we are tuned to it, that we feel that we must get it, then the teachings that will be given will be received. So, vikautuka vigata vikalpa viplavaha yatha sthita harihara padmajadayaha narottamaha samadhigata atmadipakaha tatha sthitaha jagati विशुद्ध बुद्धयः. ये जगत में वो उत्तम नर विशुद्ध बुद्धि लोग भी आत्म तत्व को पाने के कारण जैसे ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर इंद्र आदि उपाधियों में रहते हुए भी, सब करते हुए भी न कोई कुतूहल न कोई विकल्प विप्लव, मतलब संसार में नहीं रहते हैं, वैसे ये लोग भी. सो यू ऑल्सो कैन बी. यू मस्ट ट्राई फॉर इट. So upamana example is given, Shruti given, Yukti is given, then aneka lokas that are presented in front of us, Narakadi, now the upamanam is given here. Then yesterday I explained to you, to avoid the doubt question, these Narottamaha Vishuddha Buddhaya. Upadhi level में is very small. You can't compare their Upadhi with that of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. But within the Upadhi, as regard the self is concerned, the experience of self is concerned, same. Like the rich people in the on dining table, they have 10 types of sweets to eat. A poor fellow in his own hut में little of jaggery and little of मूंगफली बस इतना ही है. अब मूंगफली जैगरी इज दिस मच ओनली. उसके पास तो 100 टाइप ऑफ स्वीट्स, उसमें वेराइटी है. बट एज मच सुख दैट फेलो ऑफ द richness has, so much sukha this fellow also will have with a small little thing. सुख में अंतर नहीं होता. Sometimes this fellow is more happy than that. अगर इतना वेराइटी है तो हैप्पीनेस भी बढ़ जाता है, बट जाता है, डिवाइडेड. इसका एक ही है, यू विल एंजॉय इट मैक्सिमम. Same way, our upadhis will be very limited, our work will be very small, not as big as Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. But they are in the Atmanubhava, we are Atmanubhava, and they are not bound by the upadhi and upadhi karma. We are also not bound by upadhi and upadhi karma. Therefore, there is no samsara to them, there is no samsara to us also. So the idea is what? उपाधियां कुछ भी हो, आप अपने आत्मानुभव में पहले जाओ, फिर उन उपाधियों का जो करना करो, नहीं तो नहीं. That will not bind you. Otherwise, if Atmanubhava is not there, you are guaranteed to be bound. This is the essence. Now comes the next beautiful sloka. Parikshine mohe vigalati ghane jnana jalade parignyate tattve samadhigata atmanyatithate vicharyaryahi sardham charitavapusho vai sadrushataha धिया दृष्टे तत्वे रमणमटनम जागतमिदम. This is the fourth line will be repeated in the next three shlokas. It's very beautiful. So साधना पूरा बता रहे हैं सिद्धि में, ध्यान से सुनो. परीक्षीणे मोहे, the whole moha delusion is gone about his own essential self. He understood he is the self. Moha means the vasanas, the desires, the delusion, getting lost in the world. ये सारा मोह सब चला गया, बिकॉज शास्त्र अध्ययन किया, विचारण किया. सो परीक्षिणे मोहे, समो मोह gone. Then vigarati ghane jnana jalade. When the cloud of knowledge, cloud of knowledge, jnana jaladi, has just started raining. Means all knowledge about self and not self, their limitation, everything is known. So Vigarati Jnana Jaladhe. When these two happens, what will happen? The third one? Parignyate Tattve. Paritaha Jnate Tattve. Tattve Jnate. When the pure self is experienced as it is. And what is that? Parignyate Tattve Samadhigata Atmani Atitate. Samyak Adhigata Atmani means when the self is experienced Atitate, which is all pervading, eternal. When through the Shastra study, etc., continuously Jnana is entertained, the Moha is gone away, then Tattva Jnana came. That Tattvan is me, Tattvam is me, the Atma Vastu. How all these are achieved? Vicharya Aryaihi Sardham. So ये योग वासिष्ठ में कुछ मंत्र क्या है ना, हमको नीचे से ऊपर पढ़ने से समझ में आता. Because his experienced person, his master of Sanskrit, he will write anywhere the noun, anywhere pronoun, anywhere the kriyapada, कुछ भी हो सकता है, आपको उसको सीधा करके समझना है. You might have seen that in your English poetry time when you studied in schools, colleges. The poet's vocabulary itself is sort of, somewhere he puts in the third paragraph the nominative and the accusative or even the verb. उसको इधर लाके जोड़ के पूरा सेंटेंस समझना. The poets do like that. Some cinema गाने में ऐसे होते. यहाँ also you have to put special attention. Lot of our shastras are of high level. So I say in that flow comes like that. They don't want to arrest or block it. They don't worry like this कि हजारों साल बाद कलयुग में लोग आएंगे. For them, those who don't even understand Sanskrit, this type of poetic way of saying makes it difficult for them to understand. That worry they will not have. They say कोई ना कोई बाबा जी रहेगा, he will explain. I will though write in that poetry. So here actually we did two lines. We are now in the third line. Actually third line से शुरू करना है. It is like this कि विचार्य आर्यैः सार्धम. When we do with our Aryaihi, Guru Sardham, with the help of them, Vicharya, when you contemplate, obviously about the self and the world, obviously on the basis of Shastras. What will happen? Vigalita Jnana Jalade, Ghane Jnana. When the great cloud of the knowledge rains, Parikshine Mohe, as the delusion keeps on going away, Parignyate Tattve. First intellectually, then practically, then the Tattva is being known and practiced, leading to Samadhigata Atmani Atitate, to the experience of the self, which is all pervading. Thereafter, Charita Vapusha Vai Sadrushataha. That Jivan Mukta Purusha, even though he is there in the Sharira, Charita Vapu, Chalachala Niketaha, today the same topic came in our Mandukya Upanishad Telugu class. So the continuously changing, modifying उपाधियों में वो रहते हुए भी बाहर का जगत में भी सब काम करते हुए भी the next line is important. Dhiya drushte tattve. So in that way, when they have experienced the tattva, the two tattvas are, one tattva about himself is his reality. The other tattva about the everything other than the self is it is unreal. इस कारण से बाद में क्या होगा? रमणम अटनम जागतम idam jagatam atanam ramanam. For him, being in the upadhis and reveling in the world, that is called as jagatam, jagat mein, atanam, wandering, of course in the upadhis, is ramanam, is only reveling and enjoying, it will not be bondage to. That is what in Gita said when it is said, like the human beings, give up the torn clothes and new clothes they wear. Does anybody except some fools feel bad when the torn clothes are thrown away and new are worn? They are happy only. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grannati. Same way for these people, Jnani, giving up one sharira and taking up is more a celebration, not a misery like you and I. Because they are in Atma Anumati. We are in Deha Tadatmya. और फटे को पुराने कपड़े को जो तादाद में करता है वो उसको छोड़कर नया पहने को दुखी हो बेवकूफ. And that's why I tell you, when the sadhu sannyasi die in the ashramas in Uttarakashi and all, those remainings are were alive na, जो इनका जो अंत्य संस्कार करते हैं, they sing bhajan, they celebrate, they laugh. Even an iota of misery they don't go through. Not because that sadhu was troubling them, but they say, अरे यार ये छूट गया शरीर, if he is not मुक्त I will get another one. अब मुक्त पहले ही हो गया, अब उनको शरीर के बंधन से छूट गए. For them death is celebration only. इसलिए धूम धड़ाके से करते हुए they just leave that शरीर in the गंगा जी वहाँ जल समाधि करते हैं. There is no misery to them because they are in that knowledge established about the self. Nowadays, even in the world, people are never miserable when people are dying. It's not because of Atma Jnana, but their intellects and emotions have become so much dried up because of extreme tamoga and bhoga shakti that they are not even registering that somebody died, their near and dear ones. This is an extreme animalistic level. Like one animal dies, the other animal which is nearby for some time, but उसको कोई सूझता नहीं. That much the human beings have fallen. Their behavior also is like, but we are not talking this. That behavior of the sadhu sannyasi is उपाधि में था, अब दूसरी उपाधि में जाएंगे, उसमें क्या है? अगर मुक्ति नहीं हो गई तो मुक्ति मुक्ति हो गया, शरीर बंधन नहीं है उनको, कंग्रेचुलेशंस, दे सेलिब्रेट. These are all शास्त्र ज्ञान thoroughly पढ़कर आत्म तत्व का रियलिटी अदर देन द आत्मन Everything is mithya when you know. This pakka knowledge is given mainly by two sources. One, Mandukya Upanishad, especially the second, Vaitatya Prakarana. Second is this Yoga Vasishta, आगे वाले portion में हम पढ़ने वाले. And only Brahman is reality, nothing other than it is there, is again given by Mandukya in Advaita Prakarana, and the texts like Rubhu Gita, which we have studied. ये ग्रंथों को पढ़ते हुए हमें ज्ञान को पाना, दृढ़ बनाना, जीना उस ज्ञान को. Gain knowledge, strengthen it, live that knowledge, no bondage. And revel in that only all the time, 24 घंटे, till we get established. This is the thing we have to do, we have to note it, please. So here he says, Tattve, Dushte Tattve, Ramanam Atanam Jagatam Idam. Idam Jagatam Ramanam, Jagatam Atanam Ramanam Eva. In this wandering in the Jagat with the Upadhis, only reveling whether disease comes, old age comes, death comes, or bhoga comes, all of that is for them Ramana only. They only enjoying there because it's all mithya and they are in the real self. Like that are the other two equally beautiful shlokas. He says, प्रसन्ने चित्तत्वे हृदि शम भवे वल्गति परे क्षमा भोगी भूतासु अखिल कलना दृष्टिषु पुरः समं याति स्वान्तः कर्ण घटना स्वादितरसं धिया दृष्टे तत्वे रमण मटनम जागतमिदम. हम कितने कठिन श्लोक है. आई एम नॉट संस्कृत पंडित, माइंड यू प्लीज. Zero. It's so tough for me. All 5 texts is one difficulty, this is another. उतना है पढ़ने में लगा के देखो तो इस टेक्स्ट को पढ़ना पढ़ाना. बाकी थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर देखे होंगे ना, शंकर भगवान के टेक्स्ट का हो, उपनिषद लिटिल लिटिल. उपनिषद भी नया, फर्स्ट टाइम ओनली. श्वेताश्र तो वो भी हमारा नाक में दम कर ही रहा है. स्टडी न्यूली स्टार्टेड. गीता भाष्य ऑल्सो फर्स्ट टाइम ओनली आई एम डूइंग. बट देन थोड़ा इधर उधर तो पता. ये वाला तो डबल कठिन. ये वाला भागवत 5th स्कंद, अध्यात्म रामायण, these are all very tough texts we have gone through, but a great celebration that we have done it. So he says, prasanne chit tattve, when that pure conscious self, chit tattva is tattva रूपी चित, चित रूपी तत्व, जब वो प्रसन्न हो गया हमारे ऊपर, means we try to study, understand about the Chidvastu through the Shastra Adhyanam as heard from the Guru, then we could understand it. That's called as Chit Tattva हमारे लिए प्रसन्न होना. So this is the Upanishadic language. Like in Tulsi Ramayana also, सोई जानत जय देव जनाय. जय देव जनाय, वही जानेगा जिसको जनाता है. उपनिषद में तस्य एषा आत्मा Swam Tanum Vivrunyate. To that deep, sincere, intense seeker, self reveals itself. That language it is. Here also, prasanne chit tattve. जब चित्त तत्व प्रसन्न होता है हमारा ऊपर, मतलब समझ में आने लगता है. Because we are doing the inquiry on the basis of shastras which we studied from the Guru. So प्रसन्ने चित्त तत्वे. चित्त तत्व जब हमारे ऊपर प्रसन्न हो रहा है क्योंकि हम उनको समझने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So प्रसन्नता क्या हुआ चित्तत्व का, समझ में आया. Then what will happen? Hrudi shama bhave. When in the hridaya all the avidya, ajnana, vasana, moha, shama bhave, when they go away. Second point. Third, valgati pare. When that para anubhuti comes to us. Pare valgati means the clear revelation of the para tattva when happens. 3 things so far. One is prasanne chittatva, means we studied the chitvastu, intellectually we are understanding. To the extent we are understanding and doing sadhana, hrudi shama bhave. From the hridaya, all the vasanas, kamanas, avidyas, moha going away. And in that hridaya only, the Atma is there, which was covered by this nonsense. These covers are when they removed, then the self is discovered. That is called as valgati pare. Paravastu ka jab revelation ho gaya. Then Shama Bhogi Bhutasu Akhila Kalana Drustishu. Akhila all. Kalana imaginary, drushtisu, visions. Shama bhogi bhutasu, when all of them have quieted. Because once the rope is apprehended, you cannot have kalpana of the snake or the other things. So Shama bhogi bhutasu, akhila kalana drushtishu. When this fourth thing has happened. First, Chit Tattva Prasanna. Second, Hrudi Shama Bhava. Third, Valgati Pare. Fourth, as a result, Shama Bhogi Bhutasu Akhila Kalana Drushtis. The earlier mental projection, imagination of the world and the reality given to it, all that because it goes away. Then what will happen? Samam Yati Swantah Karna Ghatana Swadita Rasam. What happens is Samam Yati Swantah Karna Ghatana. After that, even though we are trying to live to the upadhis, but samam yati swantakarana. The antakarana jo hai, it is functionally registering the rupa nama, functionally expressing all its required plans, emotions, knowledges, but there is no more reality given to them. That's the meaning of samam yati swantakarana ghatana swadita. Like chessboard. You know all the coins, chess coins, their powers, and you play the chess. After the game is over, for us, those who play or those who never know the game, when they put the whole, all the pawns, etc., in a dibba, there is no special thing put for a Raja or a Queen or the Wazir. कुछ नहीं होता था एक ही डब्बा में. Because they're all some out of one लकड़ only they are made or plastic. In the same way, the Vyavaharik Vishamata will not create any Vishamata in their Antakarana. That is called the Vishamata Rahitya is called Samam Yati. So Antakarana Ghatana Aswaditam. They are enjoying that balance inside in spite of the manyness in the Vrittis of Chitta and also the world of objects. So still, when they reach to that state, they are with their experience when they come to that level, again same line, Drushte Tattve. In that way, when one establishes in the tattva of the self as real, and all other in all their drama are understood to be mithya and unreal, at that time, Dhriya Drushtve Ramanam Atanam Jagatam Idam. Idam Jagatam Atanam Ramanam. This playing the play and wandering in this world with the upadhis in the Rupanama is not a samsaram, it is Ramanam. What is the purpose? What is the whole main thought conveyed in these last 3-4 shlokas? When the self is realized, then in the upadhis, in the rupanama, whatever you do or whatever happens, it's only a ramanam, it's a sport, it is a play, it is not a samsara. Just like if that self is not realized, then the upadhitadatmya and living in the world of names and forms is every moment the samsara and then naraka. दुष्टे तत्वे रमणम इटनम जागतम इदम इदम जागतम अटनम रमणम. ये जगत में वांडर करना रेवलिंग स्पोर्ट रमणम है, संसार नहीं है. कब? दुष्टे तत्वे. एंड हाउ द तत्व इज सीन द अर्लियर थिंग्स. प्रसन्ने चित्तत्वे हृदि शम भवे वल्गति परे क्षमा भोगी भूतासु अखिल कलना दृष्टिसु. In this way. And the proof of the experience is samam yati swa antakarana ghatana swadita rasam. Thereafter, the intellect will not get excited of seeing any multitude because they know it is unreal. But lila is going on. Then it is only sport. Like cinema for a person who is mature, it's only a sport. There's nothing to worry whether hero मर गया, heroine मर गई, दोनों बिछुड़ गया, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's all movie. Those who forget that it's a movie, they become emotional. 10 beautiful shloka. Now, how much दिमाग लगाने से पूरा बात समझ में आएगा, बेजी में रहेगा हमेशा. That's why be in the study of Shastras in our last few years of healthy life, especially between the age of 60 to 70, 75. उसके बाद मनन चिंतन करो उसी का. Then aim at going beyond the upadhi tadatmya, be in the self. Any cost paid for that, anything sacrificed for that is worthy and necessary also. Interesting. Now the last sloka of this beautiful thing. Tat rathasthanurdehaha turagarachana chendriyagatihi parispando vato vahana kalitananda vishayaha paronurvadehi jagati viharami ityanagaya dhiya drushte tatve Ramanamattanam jagatamidam. So he'll objectify his entire personality. Then it is happening in the nature and he is detached from it. The Katha Upanishad is the resource for it. In Katha Upanishad and the entire Bhagavad Gita Drishya, the chariot, the horses, the reins, all of that, Ratharupa Kalpana is given now. That is what is said here. Rathasthanuhu dehaha. The body is the Ratha. Atmanam Ratinam Vidya. Atma is Sharir. Then Turaga Rachana cha Indriya Gati. Shariram Rathavevato Indriyani Hayanahu. Senses are the horses. Then Parispando Vataha, the Prana Shakti, Pranavayu Prana Shakti is the one. Vahana Kalita is the one which is making. These Indriyas named Ghoda. Ghode to move, pulling the chariot and the fellow seated in it. And what for his movements? Ananda Vishaya. To go into the Vishaya, like Vishayan Steshu Gocharan, it is said in the Katha Upanishad. Atmanam Ratinam Vidhi Shariram Rathamevat Buddhim Saradham Vidhi Mana Pragrahamevacha Indriyane Nahur Vishayan Steshu Gocharan Atmendriya Manoyuktam Bhoktetyahur Manishinaha. That is summarizing here. Rathasthanuhu Dehaha. The stationary, that Ratha is the body. Stationary Jada. Turagarachana cha Indriya Gati. The Ghoda are the Indriyas. Parispando Vato Vahana Kalita. The movement of the Indriyas is because of the Prana Shakti. Ananda Vishayaha. And which place the Indriyas take this Jiva into? The Vishayas for the sake of Anand. Then Paraha Anurva Dehi Jagati Viharamiti. He as a Dehi, now not a identified with the Deha as a samsari, but remaining is an Atma Anubhuti. He comes to this Ratha as a Ratha Swami, not for running for the Vishayas. आनंद को भोगने के लिए नहीं, आनंद को एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए ही comes. So that's what paro anurvadehi jagati viharami iti anagaya dhiya. He is in that anaga buddhi that I am only doing vihara through these upadhis. I am a self who is never conditioned by them. Because of this buddhi, he has got dhiya drushte tattve. When the tattva jnana is gained, again ramana matanam idam jagatam. Jagata matanam idam ramanameva. So in that, the samashti srishti of srishti sthiti laya, in big way which it happens, for Vesti Drushti of the Vesti Srushti Sthiti Laya, both in the Samashti and Vesti, at the Sthiti Kala, the millions of things that are happening, all of them are only a kalpana, only a cinema. Like nowadays, we are lucky to understand these things because of TV. That there are some serials, they go on going for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 episodes. Some bakwas hai wo, but episodes are going on. In the same way, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Janma, Jivana, Marana, a very thousands of serials are going on. Stupid hai, they're all unreal only. अब जो अनरियल एक सीरियल हो जाए, एक एपिसोड हो या 1000 एपिसोड हो, both of them entertainment only, na? It's not reality. So we don't suffer because of that when we know it so. So that's the meaning of idam atanam jagatam ramanam. Otherwise, it is not ramanam, it is samsara. Staying in the upadhi, identifying as jiva, looking at the world, identify the things and beings, trying to procure or go away through raga dvesha and suffer. ये सब क्यों होता है? When धिया दृष्टे तत्वे नहीं होता है। तत्व का अनुभव जब नहीं हुआ, संसार होता है। अनुभव हो गया तो होल वर्ल्ड इज ओनली प्ले। सो ए जीवन मुक्त बीइंग इन आत्मानुभूति and reveling in it stays in the upadhi but never gets identified. Upadisthapi tad dharmaihi aliptaha. We have seen in Atmabodh. Then sarvavit mudavat tishtet asakto vayuvat charet. He will be everywhere with the upadhi without missing his atmanubhuti. That is the state of being. Staying where these sentences are said. When the body dies, the atma never dies. When the jiva enters one body to other, nothing happens to the atma. Or when the body is exposed to the astra shastra and agni adi, nothing happens to self. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dhati pavakaha. What we are all studying, all of that is ये वाला meaning. उपाधियों में कुछ होता होगा, not to the self. और उपाधियों में कुछ होने को है ही नहीं, because that's all delusion only. Unreal. Therefore, Rama, don't keep any other option than realizing the self. For that, vicharana. For that, you have to be with the Guru studying Shastra. I am the Guru, I am teaching you Shastra. This is so beautiful. अब अगले वाला जो 13th सर्ग है, इसमें भी इतना gems of wisdom that are given. Don't miss it. It is little difficult, heavy, tough. But the use of this knowledge, the efficacy of this knowledge also is so great, no? Imagine if this knowledge we gain that I am the self, I am not the उपाधि. हमेशा के लिए उपाधि तादात्म्य उपाधियों के कारण दुख, उपाधियों के कारण जगत से उस राग द्वेष, all the kachra gaya na. In a samsara gone, no, is not a worthy benefit, glorious benefit. सोच लो. इसी वास्ते I am not living my shastra अध्ययनम and अध्यापनम. Because this is the only way we found that knowledge comes, stability comes, then we withstand to the upadhis and the world and all wrongdoings and its consequences. We avoid that. And nothing to do right also to gain in this world, because nothing is required to be gained, because the self is so infinite and complete. इति श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे मुमुक्षु विहार प्रकरणे तत्व महात्म्य वर्णन नाम द्वादशः सर्गः. In every of the Upanishads, in every of Gita and Purana ityadi, Tattva Mahatmya only is done. They have their own unique way. This text is teaching us this way. So let us tune to the way of teaching by Sri Vasishthaji. We are trying 222 days we have done. Maybe 200 more days we take. We will be able to tune to. By that time we may be finishing even Utpatti Prakaranam. Then we will see the स्थिति and उपशमन and निर्वाण प्रकरणास with a different view altogether. अगर वो मेरे मेच्योरिटी तब तक आ जाती है तो गारंटी है, if you are regular or not, that guarantee I can't give. You have to give it. Thanks. Om Bhurvasva Swa Pranaya Panaya Brahmane. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य वासः नारायण दास नमो ब्रह्मादि मंगलम. बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री योगाष्टमा रामायण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यासात ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती मध्य हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थाक मुमुक्षु मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. समस्त श्रोतागण की जय. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स. व्हाट अ ब्यूटीफुल शास्त्र. सबको किस्मत नहीं है सुनने का. नो, मेनी पीपल डोंट इवन नो such great shastra is going on. एक औकात, एक ताकत, एक हिम्मत, हौसला होना चाहिए ऐसे शास्त्र सुनने को। नहीं है तो बदकिस्मत, क्या करें। हम्म।